Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Citizen channel, one of our regular features where we have the match day programme watch, where obviously because City don't produce one, we've been looking at all the away programmes all season. We've got to the penultimate one now, we've just got a couple left. We've got this one we're going to have a look at today. For Newcastle United, and in the background that's the guy who still leads the table at the moment, Fulham. He's going to take some beating, but that's the last one of the season as well, the last Premier League game away from home. Anyway, we do have obviously another one at home, but that's the last effort. That's got to obviously between Newcastle and Brighton whether we're going to get rid of Fulham from the top, but it's got to be a hard task, isn't it? So please join me as I have a look through this Newcastle United programme from the 14th of May 2021. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification, check all my City things, lots of different things, new and old on City on there. You can also see some stuff on my film and TV channel as well, so if that's any interest, have a look at that, or someone you know might be interested, please point them in my direction. But it's football today, and if you're after any friends or followers on Facebook and Twitter, just follow the links there, and I do check every 3 or 4 days and follow and friend everyone back on there. All comments are welcome. If you're a keen programme collector out there, you know who you are. There's certain gentlemen out there already always get in touch with me about these things, so you know who you are. Let me know what you think anyway, and I know you're collecting your own, some of you out there as well, which is fantastic. And please, if you haven't got time for a comment today, just give us a little thumbs up. That'd be fantastic. Right, yeah, so here we go. Newcastle United. It did come. I got it from somewhere. It did come a little bit creased. It was in the actual padded envelope, but it was obviously put in like that, so it sort of creased it. Which I'm not impressed about, but hey, you know, I've got some programs in various states, obviously over the years, especially when you go to matches. It's very hard to keep them nice and proper and clean, isn't it? But yeah, that was a bit disappointing with the brand new program. £3.50, yeah, so not bad. Issue 19, so obviously that's Newcastle's. That'll be Newcastle's last league one of the season, isn't it? Although they must have had cup ones, mustn't they? I think they've still got a home game, haven't they? So I don't know how the issue 19 works out. Perhaps they had a few away games in the cup. Anyway, I assume that. I have no idea. I didn't research that, but I did it. 84 pages, yeah. Flick through, it's looks quite modern in layout. Nothing doesn't look overly exciting at first glance, yeah, because we may have a little bit of surprise in this as we start to look through it. But yeah, it's actually doesn't look that impressive when you just flick through it originally. So advert wise, I think it's about 26% of the programme is adverts, which is quite high, but it's not as high as some. When I say adverts, it's promotions for the sponsors and stuff like that as well. Right, let's have a look through this, and as I say, it's stapled, fantastic. I like a staple. You can put up with quite a lot of pressing down and messing about usually, and this one's not falling about. I think the United one had staples, doesn't it? And that the middle pages can fall out. It's usually a poster, which is handy if you collect posters and stick them on your kid's wall, but not handy if you're sort of using it for your own devices. Right, let's have a look through this. Right, of course, well, you've got Steve Bruce to start us all off. That's just par for the course. Jamal Lascelles, is it, the captain of Newcastle United. Then you get some United news about their on loan keeper Freddie Woodman. He's picked up the Championship's Golden Glove Award. There you go, recognition of his 20 clean sheets. So that's quite good for him. They got quite a good keeper here. I think I was quite impressed with I can't remember his name. He actually is in here, isn't he? What's his name? Dubravka. Yeah, I was quite impressed with him. I thought it was okay, but say this young keeper looks as though he's doing a good job. United news, yeah, they pick up certain Premier League gongs. The United pair Isaac Hayden and Javier Manquillo have both received individual honours from the Premier League after clocking up 100 appearances. Well, there you go. So good on them. Match action, they go back to previous matches, of course. So you got obviously the Arsenal game there. I think they lost that, didn't they? Yeah, Newcastle 0, Arsenal 2. So key moments, matter of fact, some facts from the game, who said what, some images in the game, which is I always like to see modern images, and a nice little page of a couple of guys who sadly are no longer with us. Obviously a couple of fans who've passed away, and they do a little tribute of the picture and just a brief description of the guys underneath, which is always nice. And then you get on to the Manchester City, not overly massive stuff on Manchester City. There's like a brief summary of what the season's held so far. Then you get your manager Pep Guardiola and all the little pen things, on players. As City fans we know, but obviously it would be of interest to perhaps to Newcastle fans, etc. But that's about it. Nothing overly exciting. As I say, we're not getting anywhere fast with this at the moment as far as anything really that's interesting me that much. Callum Wilson's the main guy on the front, of course. He was actually injured against City in this game, but then there's a good interview inside, and it's mainly football stuff. It's mainly about what he's been doing, etc. It's not. I like when they do these interviews. I like to hear personal stuff as well. But that's just me. That's just my preference. But this is mainly his targets and playing for Newcastle and what it means to him, etc., etc. You got your foundation pages which you're bound to get, and that's a nice one. Zoom Army, a little piece called Zoom Army. What they do, they pick a guy. So obviously they've got. I think they got the goalkeeper in this one, and Dubravka, and obviously over Zoom people are putting questions, and then he gets questions on Zoom by some guy at Newcastle that asks him the questions, the most popular questions that have been asked through various fans actually writing in their questions for the keeper, which is fair enough. Then the first really good thing in the programme, we have to go to halfway into the programme though before we find it, and it's entitled Lost Grounds. Throughout the season, remembering some of the stadia the Magpies used to visit on their travels. Tonight we take a look at the ground where our visitors used to ply their trade. Of course, they didn't have a very lucky time there, Newcastle either. We had very as in we weren't very good at St James's. They were never very good at our grounds either. So you got the Lost Grounds, and it's got Main Road in it. So a little piece on that, a little bit about it and history, etc., which is nice. Just a couple of pages, but it's nice. It is a nice feature. I like that feature. Then you get a guest appearance and obviously old players, which again, another thing I like. It's a Newcastle player, but still of interest to me. John Cowan. I have no idea who he is, but you have a look through and find out about him and what he did. And his debut for Newcastle from Northern Ireland, Northern Irish. He just made 10 United appearances. So, and I like that. I like the fact that it's just not one of these guys that everyone knows about. It's not one of these guys. And this is what I like to do with my little history things and stuff. I do pick the big ones, obviously, of course I do. But I also try and look for the more obscure stuff as well. And I think that's what I like about this. And it's 4 or 5 pages on him and what he did and how he came over from Ireland, etc., etc. So I do like that. It's getting better as it goes on. It gets into the second half of this magazine. And then you got the history blog. There you go. What more can we ask for? The United history blog, keeping track of Newcastle United's past and present with club historian Paul Joannou, I think that's pronounced, or something like that. So again, not some old history, some newish history, but all little different things. Window into the past, reviews little known, hidden and sometimes bizarre stories in the club's colourful history. So the golden goal victory, they actually had a game where they actually played till someone won it. Golden goal. So way back in time. I mean, I can't remember what year was it? 1943. So it's during the wartime when they had to sort of get to conclusion, couldn't have replays. And they literally just played till someone scored. Unfortunately, it wasn't a long time before someone scored, but it was still a while. I think it was like into the third phase of injury time or something like that. But you think it's a new thing, don't you? Golden goal. Well, that's nice, and again, that's history. So I really enjoyed that. And then it even gets better. I mean, it's one good thing after another, and then you get the wonderful world of football programs. What more could a program collector want? And obviously, it's an old program, City program, Newcastle against City, old City ones that are familiar to us if you're a City program collector. You're used to them. I've got that one there somewhere. I haven't got that one. That was from that's an old one. That one. It's from 1965. Yeah. So I have got some sort of similar dated to that, but I've definitely got that one there in the corner. And obviously City ones against Newcastle. And it's a little bit about them and what's inside and what's covered inside. And again, even more. I mean, you got 4 pages of it, so you got even more Portsmouth. So not just City, Portsmouth against Newcastle, but McPhail. I mean, McFall, the Newcastle keeper, they actually had a testimonial. We played City. It was against City. So things like that I probably wasn't aware of, or I've read and forgotten, something like that. More City more City programmes from the past. So that's a great, again, cracking stuff. And then you get back to the modern times, you get more match action of the 1-1 draw against Liverpool, so you get your little stats of it and key moments, etc. Then you get some images, which is always nice. As I said, it's always nice to get modern images of it in there. So yeah, it sort of went to halfway before it started piquing me interest. He got an interview with it with an academy lad, which is nice, and that's about again more about the season than his personal things, but that's interesting. Obviously you get your match fixtures, stats, etc, etc. And then yeah, another thing I like to see, obviously the junior magpies. So you get a little quick quiz and you get a little shirt maths, like my squad maths like I do. An interesting one there on, you got to guess the player from the clubs he's been to, which I've seen in different ways done before, but I like the junior magpies. And then something not many magazines do, to be honest with you, well, you've got to spot the difference, and you've also got a crossword. Fantastic. So you've got your spot your difference there, a crossword. So there you go. You don't get many crosswords in these programs these days, and that's absolutely brilliant. And it finishes on this day thing. In 2000, United signed off the summer in style with a 4-2 victory over Arsenal at St James's Park. It brought the curtain down on a successful first season in charge for Bobby Robson. Yeah, so great image of fans, and it's great for the fans to try and find themselves in the image as well. So there you go, and obviously your squad's on the back. So yeah, I was quite impressed with that. As I say, early doors it was nothing special, but as it went on and on and on, it sort of got better and better and better. I mean, say that flick through didn't really show that. It didn't really show any of that really good stuff, and so it was nice to get that as I started to look through it. I mean, the 6 pages on City are adequate, and the main road features okay. It's nice, nice little things. Always nice when they do something specific to the club they're playing, and obviously certainly on City's nothing we don't probably know, but obviously it's just nice to see. And of course the feature plus the football programme features, and obviously the history on Newcastle and a player who only played 10 times for him. I love that sort of thing. That does appeal to me. And a good quiz, what more can you say? Good stuff for the kids to have a go at, and even me to have a go at. You know, leave the challenge adults, never mind kids. And obviously the crosswords a bit of fun. I had a quick look, I could get some of the answers, not all of them, but yeah, so even a crossword for him. So a very, 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 very good programme. I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah, will it knock Fulham off the top? Not quite. I mean, I always have to refresh myself and have a quick look through these other programmes at the top of the charts. And Sheffield United, of course, was second as well. So I had a good flick through the Fulham and Sheffield United. And yeah, this isn't bad, but it's not quite up to the standard of Fulham and Sheffield United. But I am actually going to put it up there near the top. I'm actually going to give it an 8.5 out of 10, because as I say, I just think it's worth it. I mean, West Ham sits on 8 out of 10. The table's up there now with that Newcastle slotted into 3rd spot now, because I think Sheffield United are just a little bit better. But there's not much to choose between Newcastle and West Ham. But as I say, just for the sheer how it's laid out and the stuff in it and the history and the programme stuff, I am going to give it 3rd spot. So it's not good enough to knock Fulham off or threaten the runners up Sheffield United, but yeah, so I'm going to shove it into third space. So all credit to Newcastle for putting a cracking magazine out. And interestingly enough, so there you go, 3rd in the table. Well done, Newcastle. Interestingly enough, as I was doing the Brighton stuff, Brighton and Hove Albion, History Boys, etc. Obviously, I had last season's programme. I was looking through that. I was quite impressed. I got it too late to enter into the competition last year. I did a one last year. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers won it last year. So it was a bit late when I got it. I didn't get it till well gone. The season had well gone, obviously, with the lockdown and stuff like that. So obviously it wasn't included. But without even looking at that one at the moment, I had a quick flick through when I opened it up, I must admit. But without looking through, obviously that Brighton programme last season was excellent. So yeah, we've just got one more show of these to do, and believe me, it could be close, because as I say, if this little Albion programme, which I say is quite chunky, again another staple one which I like, so all bodes well actually, because for this one to actually perhaps to finish us off with a bit of a challenge, perhaps for the top there for Fulham. So please, obviously it'll be. That vlog will be available at some stage after this one, so I say I don't know, but obviously it won't be too long after. But yeah, looks interesting. Join me for that, and then obviously I'll be doing a special one-off with of course, the best covers as well. Which are the best covers? I mean, yeah, I quite like that. Obviously, it's all about Callum Wilson, isn't it? Is it Callum Wilson? Yeah, Callum Wilson. But I do like the cover. I like the way it's done. I like the old that sort of style. And for instance, it probably is better than that cover. It's just a bog standard photograph, isn't it? So if you compare the two, so I will be doing a little special on programme covers as well. But join with that Brighton one. But Newcastle, well done, well done. You got third spot today. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do today, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Till we meet here again on the Citizen channel, or perhaps you have a flit across, have a look at my film and TV channel. All I ever ask is please, stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.